Like and subscribe! Thank you for joining me today. This is your host, Killer J, back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about Metroid Prime Remaster. And these are my personal thoughts. I have purchased the game myself, so this is not a sponsored video. But Metroid Prime was one of the best games on the GameCube. And a fine example of what a first-person shooter could be. This game on the GameCube was an absolute masterpiece. It was one of the best rounded games. It had so many things to do. Progression was one of the best things about this game because everything was tied to a new power-up. When you receive a new power-up, you can progress further into the game, making it feel more personalized and making you feel like you're a badass by the end. So, how did they make this game better? Well, for starters, it runs at a solid frame rate, 60 frames per second. It has upgraded visuals. The original game looked absolutely stunning on the GameCube. They just made it that much better. They gave it better controls. You can use the Nintendo Wii. It's aiming with the Joy-Cons. You can use standard controls if you want to go that way. Or you can use the dual stick controls, which is what I use throughout the entire game. This game seems tailored for all the Metroid fans. And Metroid fans have been rejoicing, especially me. We got Metroid Dread a few years back. And now we're getting a remaster of one of the best games ever made. It released originally digitally only, and now you can pick it up physically, but I've heard that the physical copies are a little bit harder to come by. So if you happen to find one, pick it up. It's going to be an amazing game to play. So, Metroid is basically the start of the Metroidvania genre style games where everything is held back with progression based on the items that you have. And you continuously get more items as you progress through the game, filling out your roster, picking up health pickups, additional missiles to be able to dish out more damage. The bosses in this game are some of the best in the series. Absolutely best in the series. They took this game, originally they took a 2D game and fine crafted it into a 3D game. This is one of the best first-person shooter games of all time. And if you own a Nintendo Switch, do yourself a favor, pick up this game because $40 is an absolute steal for this game. There is no multiplayer. This is a single-player experience only. However, what's here is well worth $40. 100% worth it. And if you feel a little froggy, you feel like you want a little extra Metroid, why not pick up Metroid Dread? 100% guys, this game is definitely a 10 out of 10. And this is the best example of what you can do with a remaster. I mean, if we're being honest, this is probably what remasters should look like going forward. This sets the bar for all remasters to follow. This isn't just a simple polish of the game or adding HD textures. They reworked all the assets in the game to make it absolutely stunning and to give it a more modern feel. So with that being said, do you think you have what it takes to take on this absolutely wonderful game? I understand if you can't. But if you own a Nintendo Switch, if you're a fan of first-person shooters, buy this game. You will not regret it. 100%. There are so many great puzzles in this game. And when you start to finish out your puzzles and you figure it out for the first time, the sense of reward is there. You feel accomplished when you finish something. And this is one of the best examples of a Metroidvania style game. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and they just made my favorite game of all time even better. So if you ask, is it worth $40? Again, I will tell you, 100%. If you do not buy this game, then you do not love first-person shooters. This is more than just a first-person shooter. This is a masterpiece.